Hey everybody, and welcome to another video on the channel. This video is going to be a new features and bug fixes for JASP. If you haven't followed along or you're not aware of the release notes, I do this all the friggin' time on my channel, of course. There's a new version out, 0.17.2. Hooray! Now, I haven't downloaded it yet, and so this video is just going to be on this page talking about what is new. Expect a couple of new videos based on some of these new features. So let's go through this in this quick digest video. All right, so if you are Polish and want to do JASP in your native language, Polish is now an added language. Love it. Love to see it. JASP in many ways is the international version of the open source R-based GUI platform, stats platform, because I think they have more full program, across program languages than Jamovi does at the moment. I think Jamovi has spotty language coverage in the sense that not everything is in the language, but that's just my thought about it. Expect a new video, show our syntax in results. So let me go ahead and open this link here because it's going to show you how to do it, right? So with the release of 0.17, a new button has been added to the menus for the core analyses, and it's the R button here. This, ooh, look at how much, oh, it's so amazing. It fits in my little, I love it. Those little things here. Can show you how to do it, right? Can show you how to do it in R, right? So this is complete integration of JASP and R, previously mentioned, make it good. So exploring descriptives. So this is how you can do it. If you click on the R, it'll give you this. I've showed this in some of my previous videos. And so three-way mixed ANOVAs gives you all of these, all of this code text here. And you can then use the R in JASP on the console to add analyses and go through it. Again, it has to be in the coding of the JASP module for that specific R code, right? So that's how you see it here. It says JASP ANOVA repeated measures. So it has to be in here. And I couldn't get it to work the last time I did it. So hopefully they've made some bug fixes here. So they're telling you that, you know, it's available on CRAN and all of this stuff is pretty cool. Johnny Van Doorn is the author of this, which is pretty cool. So anyways, that is what they've added. And so show R syntax in results as opposed to clicking the R button rather than just in the module where you press buttons and click what analyses you want. It's now available in the results. If you are moving from SPSS, you can now import your ZSav files, and the ZSav files, if we go to SPSS ZSav, it'll tell us what the data file type is. So okay, come on, load it up, IBM. Oh, there we go. So ZSav files are have the same features as their appropriate SAV files, but take up less disk space. So if you've got a lot of data, an SAV file might be really big and you don't want to, and if you have a lot of them, you don't want to mess with all of that space. And so ZSav files are more compressed. And so previously to this, only SPSS version 21 and higher could uncompress ZSav files. So if you had IBM SPSS 20, you could not do anything with that compressed file format. And now this makes it a step above Jamovi in being able to open these compressed files because they need to be uncompressed to get the data into the program. And so that is exactly what a lot of people are looking for. And they were able to do this. New module, expect a video on this, power analysis. Oops, I opened up the GitHub. I didn't want to do that. Anyways, this is the repository for that power analysis. It's going to be in the app as a checkable module to add to your top scroll bar, just like all of the other ones, like the auditing, the visualizations, the other kinds of specialist analysis modules that you don't necessarily have to have. You can check or uncheck them. So that'll be one of those new modules. Expect a video on that. They've added Bayesian logistic regression. Won't be doing a video on that because I don't know how to do that. I mean, I can learn how to do that. They've added audit to stratified samples. It supports evaluation of stratified audit samples in the audit module. In the frequencies module, you can now do multinomial tests, informed multinomial tests, and informed multibinomial tests. I'm not sure. I haven't been keeping up with the lingo yet for these, so I'm not entirely sure what informed analyses are. In the QC module, they've added several new functionalities. I don't know anything about the QC ones, but variable charts for uneven group sizes, that's pretty cool. Variable charts for individuals that have add stages to the analysis. Functionality to create factorial and response surface designs. Functionality to analyze factorial designs. That's not bad. And contour plots and 3D surface plots have been added to the design analysis. Amazing. All right. So let's move on to bug fixes. I like reporting bug fixes because some people may not be steeped in the looking at the forums or looking at the GitHub repository for what bugs are being reported, all that kind of stuff. So in case you've been having these problems, this is where you want to look, okay? Right, so JASP-stats.org/release-notes, okay? So no error bars being displayed when running a two-way ANOVA. Obviously, that's not great. We want error bars. Now you can make your own error bars, sit out your own bar graphs and error bars in a two-way ANOVA pretty easily as both a line and a bar graph in Excel. I do have some videos. I plan on updating those videos at some point this summer, but be that as it may, you can do that. But, if you wanted to use your JASP outputs for this, you want to have error bars, Our commander drops random effects from formula. That's not a problem that I've run across, but could be. Repeated measures now runs when the model terms are not explicitly set. That was a weird bug that I was experiencing. You had to go in and specifically set up the model terms, which on previous versions of JASP, and of course not in Jamovi as well, you didn't have to worry about this so much. And so it was a weird bug. Got fixed. Happy to see that. It really helps being able to run repeated measures as a student, a novice in this program, to be able to not have to worry about setting what model terms are because you have no idea what model terms are. You're just I'm putting this stuff in and I hope it works. Fingers crossed. Okay, so, there we go. Regression case-wide diagnostics now show correct case ID when having missing data independent variable. Ooh, that's really good because you kind of need to know this if you are going to exclude cases. Coefficient tests and confidence intervals. Doesn't say what the bug was, but I guess there was something here. I mean, we could open this in a new tab and see what it is saying. Uses correct metaphor specification. Okay. It was not really correct, the previous implementation. So they fixed the coefficient test and confidence intervals in the calculation. Improvements to the factor module. So this is where you do your CFAs, your EFAs. Okay, tables in multi-group CFAs are aligned with those in the SEM module. Okay, that's good. Added reliability, AVE, and HTMT option for CFA. That's great. And then added the eigenvalue factor characteristics to EFA. Yeah, this has been missing for a long time. And good thing it has been added there. Let's see what the bug report was showing. IT students who are intro to research, no experience, it would be great to have a checkbox for show eigenvalues. Yes, there we go. Not really a bug per se, but definitely useful as a showing eigenvalues. I have a space there. Excellent. And summary Bayesian independent t-test module. Both groups used to be assigned to number one. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I don't use that summary stats for Bayesian, but having both groups labeled as number one is not really all that helpful. So I haven't experienced that bug, but if you have, kudos to you. Incorrect eta squared used to be shown in unequal cells for ANOVA type 3. Type 3 is the most common, the least conservative sums of squares type. Most people do their ANOVAs with ANOVA type 3. And so, yeah, if you're having an incorrect eta square, that's not great. So I'm glad they fixed that. Non-parametric correlations, Spearman's and Kendall's tau no longer return not applicable or not a number, which is really what NAN stands for, not a number, which is good. Although this should have a hyphen here, I gotta say, guys. Non-parametric correlations. So Spearman's and Kendall's tau. That's good. Analysis would terminate unexpectedly when performing certain linear regressions. I think I ran into this bug when I was doing a video a couple of months ago. Excellent. You probably wouldn't have seen the bug, by the way, because I don't. Sometimes I put bugs in videos just to show that it can be bugged, but I don't think this bug was in a video. But I think I did encounter the bug. Bayesian network estimation now improved centrality plots and more informative error messages. I mean, this goes without saying for most things. If you can tell the user what the error is, and then you are definitely going to have a better time getting error reports, getting bug reports, because people say, what is this? And then you can go, oh, yes, let me explain it a little bit more, my friend. Issues with tile heat map and descriptive modules fixed. Oh my gosh. I was doing a correlation video because they updated the module, I think, in a previous version, maybe not 0.17, but in a previous version, the tile heat map looked awful. So I'm glad they fixed that. I wish there was a link maybe to that bug, maybe, or somebody just was like, oh, okay, that's a big problem. Yeah, it was unreadable. It was literally unreadable. Even if you made it bigger, it was still unreadable. It was bad. Binomial estimation had an issue with the observed count data in learned Bayes. I wonder if I encountered that, or if it was a error after the fact. I wonder if I encountered that when I was trying to do learn Bayes a couple of years ago. I have some videos on the channel where I go through the learn Bayes modules, and it didn't seem finished, I'll say. So maybe this was part of the finishing. The meta-analysis module did not show estimated coefficients for models with one continuous covariate and no intercept. I have not used the meta-analysis module because I have not done a meta-analysis, so I have not encountered that error. But if you did, that's great. Small fixes with the mixed models module. Great. This is mixed models in the sense of random and fixed effects, as opposed to between subjects and within subjects factorial designs. And warning text was inconsistent with menu options JASP issues. Ooh, let's take a look at this one. Curious what that one said. All right, JASP 0.17, mixed models, linear mixed models, Mac, Intel, LMM model with fitted maximum likelihood. Model summary produces correct table with helpful note. The model is fitted using restricted maximum likelihood. Please note, here's the image there, that different fixed effects cannot be compared with REML, restricted to use ML model terms to likelihood ratio test. Warning, text is inconsistent with menu options. That's what it was. So the model wasn't, or the model wasn't broken. It just wasn't. It was suggesting use switch test model terms to likelihood ratio test, and there is no likelihood ratio test. That was the problem. Okay. I don't use, again, I don't use the mixed models modules. So here we go. Anyways, that is the newest small version, not a big release, an incremental interval release here, but I can't wait to show you in separate videos the R syntax in results, which is, I'm going to make a video about that. Sorry to all you Polish speakers out there. I'm not going to be showing that. Just that one. And then the power analysis one. Expect 2 videos coming on the channel on those 2 things. If you have any comments, suggestions, questions, or feedback, please leave those in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.